Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Dr. Glenn Vo, and I am super excited. You guys have been talking about this all the time in the group. Where do you get the emergency drugs? What's the best place? And I've been telling you got to go to Best Dental Kit. And here's the reason. I have the man himself, the founder of Best Dental Kit, Frank Lombardo, and he's got his right-hand man with him today. So it's extra special. Leron. All right, before we get into this next episode, I'd like to give a shout out to one of our premier sponsors, Best Dental Kit. Now, having a medical emergency kit in our practice, something that is fully comprehensive but is not expired, is so important. You never know when their medical emergency comes up, and you don't want to be caught unprepared. So Best Dental Kit has been hooking us up for years for the amazing discount, but also a comprehensive medical kit. So reach out to them, ask them for the Nifty Thrifty deal. You won't be disappointed. Guys, how you doing today?
Doing great. Thanks for having us, Glenn.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Well, I'm super excited to have you guys on because, again, every single day in our group, every single day in all our forums, everyone's talking about where's the best place to get a dental kit, right? The emergency kit, right? But again, it's one thing to get a good deal. It's another thing to actually have a kit that has everything you need. Because it's one of those things, if you get in trouble and you don't have what you need, that's a bad day in the office, right? So Frank, I'm going to just start off by saying, what drove you to want to work with crazy dentists like us? Like, what compelled you to do that?
Well, I'll give you the story of how this whole thing started. It was probably 7-8 years ago. A local dentist came into my pharmacy who was a customer of mine, and he brought in his expired dental kit from a competitor at the time, just one of the big guys out there who were selling products to dental offices. And he showed me this thing. He goes, listen, the stuff's out of date. It's too complicated. It's too expensive. We need a better setup in my office. And by the way, here's the recommendations of the American Dental Association. Can you put together something for me to have? And I said, yeah, I could do that. I'll take a look and we'll put something together. So in a very primitive fashion, we looked at the recommendations, saw what he wanted, and I put it together for him. I called him up. I said, Doc, it's ready. You can come pick it up whenever you want. So he comes down, he takes a look at it. And it looks nothing like what we have now. We've come a long way. But he said something that stuck with me. He said, you really need to market this to other dentists. There's a problem in our industry where there's only one or two options and they're expensive and they automatically send you stuff if you don't want it and they bill you. And we're a very frustrated group. And I go, oh, that's good to know. I never knew that. I didn't realize the situation existed. So that stayed in my head for probably a year or two, maybe at least 2 years. And then when we were servicing some nursing homes out of the pharmacy, and we lost the accounts, the companies were sold. And I figured, I better figure out this dental kit thing now because we were taking a hit on our volume. So I delved seriously into marketing and became very studious about it. And it was through that process that I learned about how to put together a sales letter. So we then refined what the kit looked like, what it should be, put together a sales letter and started mailing them. I bought a mailing list for the state of Pennsylvania. That's our state, that's where we're from. And we started mailing out letters, and slow but sure, we started getting responses. People going, we had a website set up, going to the website or calling the store. And little by little, slowly enough, it started. And in 2015 was our first full year as Best Dental Kit, as an actual company, wow. Not Cook's Pharmacy anymore. We had a separate entity in place. And in that first year, we did $5,000 worth of business. And, I thought, wow, there's some potential here. We started buying mailing lists to other states and and now inquiring. We've gotten licenses in other states. And, now we're $1.5 million a year company. Just a few 7 years later, it has grown steadily. And from day one, we've just had emphasis on give us, keep it simple, keep it affordable, and give great service. That's it. It's keep it as simple as that.
I mean, that's music.
That's
I
what
mean, that's music to my ears right there. And again, so many people already in our group have said so many great things. And I love the fact that it's simple. You just keep, stick to the basics there. Let me ask you this. Started off just you working with some local docs, then state, and now like your client list. And maybe Laurent, maybe you can answer this. I mean, do you guys have doctors from all over the country ordering from you guys, or how's that today? Like where's most of the clients at?
Yeah, so we do all 50 states.
All 50 states.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That's amazing. And let me ask you this, Frank, that dentist who walked in that one day, I mean, I'm sure you buy lunch for him all the time, right? I mean, how's that work out there? Is he still practicing? Is he retired now, or is he still around?
No, he has retired and moved to Florida. And I lost track of him till I went to my dentist about a year ago. And I said to Mike, whatever happened to the doctor? And he said, yeah, he retired and moved to Florida. But I do remember seeing him out maybe a year or two into it, telling him how well it was going. And I bought him and his wife dinner that night because I was amazed, even a couple of years into it, how it was picking up and how it was going. He's no longer practicing.
I mean, he's probably playing golf and doing some fishing, right? I mean, hey, that's living the life down there.
Yeah, his name is Dr. Paul Mancia, a great guy, and maybe somebody in your community or someone know him or of him, but he was the guy that put the bug in my head.
Guys, for those who know Paul, make sure he watches this video and make sure he collects on a couple of beers from Frank here next time he's in town. Okay. Now before I get started,
I should send him a barrel.
There you go. Now before we keep going further here, there is something really important we need to address. Are you guys Eagles fans or Steelers fans? I need to know right now.
I'm an Eagles fan.
Okay, Laurent, what about you?
I used to be a Dolphins fan, but I really don't watch the NFL anymore. So I will occasionally root for the Eagles.
Okay. I will put that to the side, guys. I will put that to the side. I'll make sure I'll pretend I didn't hear it because I am in Dallas. I'm a Cowboys fan, but we'll put that to the side. But guys, for the people in Dallas, guys, it's okay. Frank's a stand-up guy. We can forgive a little bit. Okay.
Listen, Glenn.
It could be worse. It could be you guys could be Giants fans. It could be worse.
It could be worse.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, you guys beat us pretty good. And then that next near the end of the year, we have you guys playing.
I know.
You guys
it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
It's Christmas Eve.
Yeah. I mean, it could be a good Christmas, it could be a bad Christmas there. But I'll tell you what, Eagles are doing really good this year. So keep our fingers crossed there. Yeah, fingers crossed there. Okay, so Laurent, let me ask you this. So again, the website, actually, I'm going to share my screen here. And the website here is fairly easy to navigate. So let me ask you this. Do most people just go onto the website and order? Do they call you guys? What is like the preferred method for docs who are wanting to work with you guys and want to get that first initial starter kit?
Yeah, so the preferred method would be order online because it is quicker.
Yeah.
You just put the information in, hit submit, and then you're good to go. But if you don't like typing things in the computer, you can always give us a call. We don't mind taking orders over the phone. They do take a little longer because I put the information in. But it's like I said, it's no big deal. We don't mind the voice to voice, as I call it, conversations. So that way you get to hear me and I get to hear you and we get to know each other. Most of
you
the time,
know-
you might hear a few jokes from me every once in a while if you do call. I like keeping it very friendly and making people laugh.
Well, I'll tell you what. Again, just talking to you guys, I can see the commitment to customer service, and of course, when you look at the kit, it is very straightforward. It's exactly what you need. It's not complicated. You're not paying for anything extra there. But for the docs who have questions, because again, Frank, you deal with us all the time. You deal with us or other people too. We always have questions. We always want to make sure that we have everything we need in our particular state, and then we have questions about how do we use some of these things. And again, that's one thing I can let you know right now, that just amongst us dentists, sometimes we'll ask each other because we feel kind of embarrassed to ask the pharmacist, like, how do we use this, right? So when we have those type of questions, Frank, I mean, is it best for us to call in, and is there someone there to kind of walk us through some of these things?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what Leron does most of the day. He's on the phone, either taking orders or answering questions. And like I said, we have another person, Jennifer, who works with him, and they're on the phone the bulk of the day, just for that reason. Some dentists or dental offices or dental office manager doesn't necessarily want to go online, or they got questions, so they call us.
Yeah.
And we feel as though that's an important thing. You can't be online only. I think that is a business mistake. You've got to give people, certainly if they're old school, the ability to dial a phone number and talk to a human. And that's what you get with us.
And I think that's so important. And as I was scrolling here, again, if anyone knows Dr. Paul Mancia, we got to let him know about this. This is actually the man who kind of made this all happen here, and now it's all benefiting us. Hey, if this is your uncle, if you guys are watching, this is your uncle or something, tell your uncle, tell your friend, tell your mentor that someone owes them some couple of beers, okay, up here, okay, just to let you know there. But again, I'm going through this here, and let me address this too, because this is always something that people are always concerned about. I hear it all the time. They're like, well, I mean, I have so many things that I have to keep track of, and I can't keep track of every. So as far as ordering refills and whatnot, is that something that you guys will, maybe Laurent, can you answer this? Is that something that you will reach out to us, or is it something that, hey, everyone's got to pull their own weight, you just got to keep track of it? How does that work when they actually do get this kit, and then later on they have to exchange the expired medicines?
So it's simple. So we have two ways of handling expired items in your kit. So the first way is the easiest, the best for both worlds, is the auto ship program.
Oh yeah.
So we keep track of your expiration dates and your lot numbers in our system. And when something's ready to expire, we get notification from our system, and then we just bill your credit card for that item and ship it out to you. And then the other way is
that's pretty easy.
People don't like the auto ship, don't want to be charged until they know what's going on. But the other way is that we will get the email, and you'll get an email also. We won't ship anything out until you call us and say, hey, got the email, I see the price, go ahead and charge my credit card and ship it out to me.
That's easy enough. Again, most of us, that's the biggest thing that we have issues we have, is that it's hard to keep up with these things. And by the time that we realize everything's already expired there. Now, sometimes, there's supply chain issues, right? And Frank, or maybe both of you guys can answer this. How's that been when it comes to some of the items in the kit that are on the auto ship? So for existing customers or for people, have you guys, had any effect? Had that affected the business at all? Some of these supply chain issues you're missing. Maybe you're missing some flumazenil or something like that. Or I know there was a period of time there was like a shortage of some flumazenil. Some doctors were concerned about that. How do you guys run into those things, and how do you guys navigate those issues?
So far, we have not had an issue with getting the items for our kit.
Great.
This whole supply chain issue problem. But we do work with a lot of wholesalers when something is low or seems like it might be there's an issue. We'll start looking around to have people on backup, saying, hey, we might be calling for your price, how many you have in stock, what's your expiration dates. So we do watch out for things in our main wholesaler. If we see their numbers dropping, what they have available, we'll start looking at other wholesalers that we deal with to make sure that they have our items in stock so we can go to them.
And that is so important because, again, last thing we want is we have some expired items in our kit, and then the company that we're working with can't fulfill that. But it sounds like that you guys have a system and that you guys stay on top of those things, because we've heard those horror stories. Some doctors are like, where I can't even find these things. The company I'm ordering from, they're back order, or they're just out of stock and they're looking for somewhere else. So it's so good to hear that you guys are on top of that. Let's talk about the actual kit itself. So again, if you guys can see this here, obviously the naloxone nasal spray is always really important, but we have the deluxe kit that I see right here, the deluxe kit here. Now, as far as the deluxe kit, and then is that the main kit? Is there another kit? I wasn't sure if there was another kit there, or is this the kit that everyone orders?
So that's our deluxe kit.
Okay.
So that's if you see, pediatric, kids, children, teenagers, and adults. That way, everybody's covered.
Okay.
And we have a basic kit that doesn't have the pediatric stuff in it. So
and this is the basic kit right here.
that's the basic kit, right? Except for the $419.97. That's the basic kit. And, we present it to the dental offices like, well, if you see any, children in your office, you ought to really consider getting the deluxe, because it does include the EpiPen Junior, phenhydramine in the liquid form. So there's a few differences there. And, even if I've even told dentists over the years, even if your own children stop by the office on occasion, you might want to consider having a deluxe kit around.
Oh,
Never know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I love the fact that you guys do offer a choice there. But yeah, for those who have like multi-specialty practices, or you see the whole family, you definitely want to lean towards the deluxe. And again, there was issues about not having the EpiPens, right? Like some suppliers there. So again, it's so good that you guys stay on top of those things. And guys, for those who are watching right now, you heard it here, right? If you're having an issue with your current provider and you can't get some of the items that are expired, hey, there's an open door, right? And with that being said, we're going to segue into, look, Frank, you're in the Nifty Thrifty group. The big part of being in this group is that I'm always going to needle you guys for a deal, right? So I'm going to needle you for a deal here. And again, for those who are looking to either get an initial kit, or they have a kit that's about to expire and they're starting from scratch and they can't get those items and they want to work with you guys, what kind of deal can you extend to the group here?
Leron, give them our best deal, buddy.
All right.
So right
They'll
now
put you
we
on the
have
spot, my friend.
It's called the Nifty Thrifty deal. So it's Nifty is the and it's the you get free shipping.
All right.
Which is a $20 value. So all you're doing is paying for the kit, and then the shipping included.
Is that a code they put the code Nifty in? How do they go about it?
Yeah, so you can put the code Nifty.
Okay. So you can put the
we're
code Nifty, but you know what? If you want to hear Ron's sweet voice, you can call them in too and just say Nifty on the phone.
Yeah, you just call and say the word Nifty, then you get the free shipping also.
I love it. I love it. Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for jumping on. For those who are watching, hey, the man behind the best dental kit now, right? So it's like the Wizard of Oz. Okay, he just came from around, but again, just think about the story. He's an entrepreneur. He's an entrepreneur like us. It's not like one of these big guys who we're just a number to them. Okay, Frank has worked with dentists for years. And again, LaRon has talked to so many. So again, if you have questions, right, you can call them, right? You're not going to get put on hold. You're not going to just get hung up on. You can call there, reach out to them. They're small business owners as well. And again, they work with everyone across the country, right? You guys have clients across the country, correct?
Yeah, we're in over 7,000 offices at this point.
There you go. So right there. So again, 7,000 offices can't be wrong, right? So again, now you got the Nifty deal. There's no excuse not to work with these guys. Now, you heard their story. You put the face with the company there. we're gonna put the promo code in the comments section. We're also gonna put the links there. You can call, you can go online, whatever you feel like. And again, if you have questions, that's what makes them different from everyone else. Give them a call. They'll walk you through, they'll answer any of those questions. So Frank, Ron, thank you so much for jumping on.
Thanks, Glenn, for having us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Guys, thanks, and we'll see you guys next time.
Okay, have a good one. Thank
Talk to
you.
later.